Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. We're here for some Pilates intervals. While I am demonstrating these 6 exercises, I'm going to get you guys to start your warm-up, okay? So start with your upper body as usual, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your neck. I'm going to finish us off with the lower body, kind of full body warm-up before we get started, okay? So the first 2 exercises, we will have the weights. I'm going to be using a lighter set just for number 1 because I'm still kind of working on this forearm injury. But 2 to 5 should be fine. And if you're going higher, just be really careful with your elbows, okay? So number 1 looks like this. We're in a wide squat, so quite wide. Toes are turned out. We're going to come down into our wide squat. We're going to bicep curl, lengthen out the arms, and this is where we have to be careful with the elbow. Then we're going to come up, back down, bicep curl, come up, back down. Now if we go too straight with your elbows, you're going to get sore in the elbows, okay? So just keep a micro bend at all times in that elbow area. So that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to come into some side-to-side crouches. What's important about this exercise is that you turn your hips, okay? So we're going to turn, come down. You don't have to touch your weights, but you could. Crouch right down, press up through your front leg. Come to the other side, turn your hips, crouch. Crouch. Now if you have anything going on with your knees, just don't go as low. Just focus on controlling down and back up, okay? You definitely don't have to go to the floor here. And it's the foot that's in front that's going to do all the work, okay? Number 3, we're coming into some, we have some options with this one. So first option, you can do knee repeater, but slow. So it looks like this, out, tap, or in tap, I guess I should say. So we're coming out. Now, the more advanced exercise looks like this. We come out and we hold. We do this motion in balance, okay? At the halfway mark, we switch legs, okay? So that's much more difficult. You can kind of go between the 2, whatever you feel. Number 3, we're coming down to the mat. Forearms, taking your weight, tucking it in behind your knee. Now that is optional. If it's not working for you, or it's falling out, or anything's going wrong, just omit the weight. Not a big deal. Coming on your forearms, lifted core, reaching your spine. We're going to do donkey kicks here. When you have a weight behind you, you really have to be more careful because you don't want to lose the weight. So that slows you down a little, makes you focus more. Okay? And then at the halfway mark, we'll switch to the other leg. Number 5, we're coming all the way onto our back. Head is down, arms are wide. We're going to imprint. We're going to crisscross our way out to a 45, approximately. So as far out as you can go, carefully keeping your imprint intact. And then you bring your legs back. So we're just crisscrossing on the way out, crisscrossing to bring the toes back to the ceiling. At the halfway mark, we'll put our hands behind our head, flex up, and then we're just going to gently pull our knees in and out. The head up is optional here. And I'll remind you of that when we're doing it. Okay? So just tiny, tiny little draws in using your low abdominals. That's the second half. The last exercise, we're going to be bringing these weights back into the picture. And we're going to put them right on your hips. So they're going to rest on your hips. We're going to bridge up. So you'll want to have your heels close to your bum. And from here, you're going to drop one hip, pick it back up. Drop the other hip, pick it up. That's the first half. Okay? And then the second half, we're just going to hold here with the weights on the hips, alternate lifting our heels. Okay? So you'll want to make sure your belly button is connected on this side, or you're going to start to feel your lower back. So the minute you feel your lower back, you want to bring the hips down and focus on your abdominals, okay? And to finish off, flipping it over for some basic swimming, just to wake up the posterior chain at the end of that round, okay? All right, I'll lead you through it. going to turn on the music and let's get into it. All right, here we go. So let's finish up our warm-up. Coming to the end of your mat. Hopefully you've done a little bit upper body, but let's just start with some arm circles. Just a few forward, start to connect with your belly button. Pushing your feet into the floor. Just sort of do a little scan through the body. Let's go backwards. Get a little blood flow through the upper body. Pausing there, nod your chin, roll down. Keep a little bend in the knees, coming down until your hands are on the floor. Bend your knees deeply. Extend the legs, sending your tailbone up to the ceiling. Bending down and extend, finding those hamstrings. Bend and extend. One more time, bend and extend. Connect with your belly button and ragdoll up. Push your feet into the floor, stacking the spine, rolling your shoulders back. Get nice and tall, draw in through the tummy, roll back down. Walking your hands to downward dog. Find a nice triangle shape and pedal out the ankles. Just tuning in, thinking about how your ribs are placed. They should be reaching down towards the pelvis. Abdominals are lifted. And let's pause, both ankles come up and gently allow the heels to come down, holding there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, take your right hand, tap it back to touch your left lower leg, and then switch to the left. Exhale, start to tune into your breath, notice it, make sure you're breathing deeply. 3 more, 2, 1, pause, bend your knees quite deeply and walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. Ragdoll up, getting nice and tall, and let's clasp the hands behind the back, squeezing the shoulders open, float your chin up to the ceiling. And release that. All right, let's do this. Setting our timer, so we're going to be starting with those wide squats. You're going to have your weights in your hands. Let's do this. Set it up nice. Toes are slightly turned out. We're coming down. Bicep curl. Now keep the arms slightly bent. Come up. Lower back down. Bicep curl. Now, one thing we're going to have to keep an eye on is our pinky toes. That outer edge of your foot is going to want to get light, so get too heavy in the big toe. Really have to watch that with these style of squats. Use your whole foot. Now, when we come to that tall position, draw your sit bones towards each other, really giving the glutes a good squeeze. You want to fire up the whole leg. Well, both legs. Nice job, you guys. Just check your feet. Coming up next, we have that side to side crouch. The depth of that crouch is up to you. Whatever feels okay for your knees. Big exhales here, last one. Actually, I lied, one more. Okay, from there, we're coming into those crouches. So start here, center, turn your hips, crouch down, press up through the front foot. Come over, and again, you're driving that heel into the floor. Always the front foot. Now, once you find this pattern, Tune into your upper body a little bit, keeping your chest nice and lifted. Breathing deeply, using your core here so that you have control of the lowering. Easy to drop down. We'd rather be lowering down. Let's just check on your chest. Nice and proud, lifted. After this, we have those knee repeaters. We'll start with the right leg being the mover. The weights are going to go to the floor. Let's go there now. All right, so put that right leg behind you. If you're coming to balance, come up. If not, you're just going to be tapping, tapping. These are slow, not too fast. If you're coming to the balance position, then the leg floats. Exhale, pull. We really want to keep our spine long. Whichever you choose, your spine position is the same. Less than 10 seconds on this side. Stand tall on your working leg and switch it up. Other side. Exhale, pull. Like you're pulling your knee in. Using those low abdominals. Same exact move even if you're tapping your foot down. 15 seconds here. Coming up next, forearms. Grab a weight, put it behind your knee. Keep it there. Let's go there now, guys. To your hands and knees. Hands or elbows, sorry, to your forearms. Put that weight under. Really hold it there. Right side donkeys. Squaring off the hips. The knee is going to want to turn out. Don't let that happen. Nice work. Now check your abdominals. Draw them up and nice and close. Reach your spine. Your neck is in line with your spine. And let's switch legs. Moving that weight over. Oops. I just lifted the wrong leg. All right, now I'm set up. Obviously, I said switch and my brain did not compute. Exhale up, inhale down. Keeping the leg really square. If you're feeling your lower back, then you come up too high. Can you control the lowering? Great work, you guys. Lose the weight, but keep them nearby. And come to your back. Arms are wide, imprint. Legs come up. You don't have to be perfectly straight here, but you're going to crisscross your legs out on an angle. Bring them back to you. Breathing. Only go as far as your imprint feels really strong. And can we all drop our belly button down just a little? So this movement outwards is small. It's not a huge movement. Now that we're halfway there, bring the legs together, hands behind the head, flex up, draw the knees in, rock back to feel your tailbone. Draw them in, rock back. This is so small. Less is more here. If the head up is too much, just put it back down. Keeping your eyes on your knees. Chin is off the chest. Great work, you guys. Grabbing your weights, plant your feet. Put those weights on your hips and press up into a nice strong bridge. Start to drop one hip down, push it up. Drop the other, push it up. You're just going side to side. Driving those heels into the floor. Keeping your abdominals in your mind. Really easy to just focus on glutes here. Make sure you feel like you've got a 3D picture of what's happening in your torso. Nice work. We're halfway there. We're going to hold here. Imagine you're holding a block between your knees. Start to lift your heels. Inner thighs. Connect with the front side of the body. To finish off, we're going to flip onto our tummy here and do some swimming to finish. Almost there. Nice job. Lowering the hips. You're going to lose the weight. Flipping right over. Find long arms, long legs. Anchor with your center and come into your swimming. Shoulders are reaching down the back. Legs are nice and long. So the knees don't bend here with our swimming. Back of the shoulder and the hips. Great job, you guys. Hit a shell stretch. Breathe deeply. And then grab a sip of water and come back to standing. Nice work, you guys. The next one will feel smoother. Okay. So we'll be starting with that wide stance, less than 10 seconds here. Turn your toes out a little. Think about your center, like you're wearing a belt around the center of your body. We're coming down into our squat, bicep curl. Then we come up with both arms, back down. That elbow stays bent the whole time. If we go straight, it's really hard on your elbow joints. Big exhales. Really push the floor away and fire up the legs. Checking in on your feet. Pinky toes are nicely planted on the floor. It's going to shift how your foot holds your weight. You want to be nice and balanced. We're over halfway. Really push the floor away. Imagine you're on a leg press. Coming up next, we have those crouches side to side. Let's go there now. So starting centered, then just turn your hips, crouch down, push through that front foot. Chest is lifted, and you're in control on the way down. Big exhale as you stand tall. Remember to just stay with what feels okay for your knees. You don't have to touch the floor. Halfway there. Can you draw up through your tummy just a little bit more? In 20 seconds, we're going to move on to those knee repeaters. Nice and controlled pace, not too fast. Sometimes we do those for cardio, but not today. Nice work, you guys. There we go. Dropping your weights down, take your right leg behind you, arms float, and we're into it. So So imagine that every time you reach out, it's the same abdominals you'd have in a plank. Abs are on. Seconds on this side. You've got this. Be sure to keep your shoulders out of your ears. Let's switch legs. Reach the left leg back. Find your balance and go for it. We're staying really square. Big exhale. Can you drive the heel into the floor even more? Find your glute on the standing leg. So great, you guys. Come to the floor. Grab a weight, throw it behind your right knee. Find your forearms, lift your abdominals, and we're into our donkey kick. Abs are on the whole time here. You're in the center of your standing knee. Push down into your elbows and stay strong in your shoulders. Switching sides, over to the left. Set it all up and into your donkey kicks. These take a lot more focus once you put that weight in there. Keep that femur parallel. And let's all recruit more abs. Awesome work, you guys. Flip it right over onto your back. Imprint. Arms are wide, head is down. Legs come up and we crisscross our way out on an angle and bring them back up to the ceiling. Doesn't have to be very big. Our focus is just keeping that imprint, using the abs to move the legs, which are heavy. Breathing deeply. Halfway there, hands behind the head. Flex up, draw in with the knees, release out. Exhale, inhale. The tailbone touches, the tailbone lifts just a little bit. This is super small and controlled. Eyes stay on the thighs. Awesome. Putting your feet down, grab your weights, put them on your hips. Find the heels close to the bum, lift into your bridge. One hip drops, the other, and then lifts. The other, and then lifts. Side to side. Okay, come to center and hold. Start to lift your heels one at a time. You're just maintaining this strong bridge. This gives us time to tune into our abdominals. Dropping the belly button in. Almost there. Awesome work, you guys. Onto your tummy. Let's swim it out. Keep those arms away from the ears, okay? We want to have space there. getting back in touch with your center here, breathing deeply. Reaching through the legs. Awesome job. Take a shell. And grab some water. Halfway there. All right, less than 15 seconds. Let's grab those weights. Start to draw in. Just focus in here a little bit into the center before we start to move. All right, let's do this. Little bend in the elbows. Lower it down. Bicep. Sweep it up. Put it in the legs. These weights are going to try to pull you over, pull you forward. Keep your feet solidly planted, including the pinky toe. Great job, you guys. Can you lift your abdominals more as you lower down? Almost there. 10 seconds. Awesome job. We're into those side-to-side crouches. Start centered. Lower. Press through the front foot. Stay long and tall in your spine. Big exhale as you push up. And just be kind to your knees. Already way over halfway. Knee repeaters coming up next. There we go, you guys, dropping that down. Finding your knee repeaters. Start with the right leg. Find your balance, pull it in and out. Stay parallel. Standing strong. If you're tapping back, you're doing everything exactly the same, just tapping the foot on the floor. Got to protect your lower back here. Keep your abs on. And let's switch sides. Big exhales. Keep space between the ear and the arm. Serious balance challenge here. Donkey kicks coming up next. Let's go there now. Grabbing that weight, throwing it under, giving it a little squeeze behind your knee, forearms, and we lift. Keep that femur in line. Exhale up, inhale down. And then push into your elbows and make strong shoulders, nice and lifted. You're in the center of that other knee. Switching it up, other side, throw it in there. Abs are on. Easy to forget them right now. We're getting tired. Just keep tuning into the center of your body. How's your head position? Should be in line with your spine. It's going to start to feel heavy. Don't let it fall down. Awesome work. Let that go. Onto your back. Imprint. Arms are wide. We crisscross our way out. And come back. Keep that imprint nice and strong. Can you notice the front? Notice your abdominals. Pushing your arms into the floor. Hands go behind the head, flex up, knees are bent. Gently draw the knees in and reach them away. Exhale, pull it in. Dropping the belly down. Focused movement here. Awesome. Grab your weights, throw them up onto your hips, and find your bridge. And we start to drop and pick up on each side. Big exhales. Focus on finding the glute on each side. One's always working harder than the other. Now they're both working the same. They stay up and we move our ankles, lifting your heels. If you're feeling your lower back, lower your hips just a little bit. You should be feeling your hamstrings, your glutes. Nice work, lowering that down. Come to your tummy. Into our swimming. Almost there. Awesome work, you guys. Push to your shell stretch. Round 3 went fast. 1 more to go. Oh my God, I'm sorry about this playlist. It is not exactly what I was going for, but we're stuck with it. One more round, guys. Sorry. All right, let's do this. Grabbing your weights. We're into our squats. Find your abdominals. And let's do this. Keep the feet nice and flat. Keep those pinkies working for you. Fire up your legs. Can you just think about your abdominals for the next 5 reps? These weights want to pull you forward. Stay strong. Keep your spine reaching long. Almost there. Couple more, you've got this. There's our last one. Coming into those crouches, side to side. Start centered, and then turn your feet. Crouch. Other side. See if you can put more thought into the lowering part. We're almost there, you guys. Can you find your abdominals? Notice them in the anchor, as the anchor of all this movement. Just try to keep your moves really intentional. Legs should feel tired. So good, you guys. Dropping the weights down. Find that knee repeater. Last round. Stay focused. 10 seconds. Let's switch sides. Left leg. Notice how your abdominals are helping you pull that knee in. It's not all hip flexor. Your lower abs are working too. Stay square in your hips. 10 seconds. Donkey kicks coming up next. Woo, lost it at the end there. Okay, coming down. Throw that weight under your knee. Square off, lift up through the tummy, and we're into it. The shoulders are going to be tired. Really press through the forearms and elbows. We don't want to sink. We want to lift. Foot to the ceiling. Switch it up. Other side. Center of your standing knee. Nice strong base here. And let's all find our abdominals for the rest of this round. Really keep your mind on them. Less than 10. Awesome. Bringing that weight down, find your imprint. Arms are wide, push them into the floor. Toes to the ceiling, and then crisscross your way out. Stay imprinted, and come back. Push your arms into the floor. Really help your base feel solid. All right, hands behind the head, bringing those knees in. We flex up and we draw in and away. Exhale it in. Inhale away. Really in control here. There's no momentum whatsoever. Push your head into your hands. Heavy head. Great work, you guys. Grab those weights up onto the hips. We're nearly there. Parallel legs. Find your bridge. Drop and press. Drop and press. Side to side. If you go too fast, your glute won't have time to turn on. So try not to speed through it. Really control the move. All right, both stay now. Imagine you have a block between your knees and we're lifting our heels, holding, breathing. Side to side with your heels. Dropping the belly button down. We're almost there. Awesome. Turn onto your tummy. Let's finish this up. Swim it out. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Draw up through your abdominals. Almost there. We are there. Find your shell stretch. I'm going to take us through a short cool down. Oh, let your thighs go really wide. Let your head come to the floor. Your tailbone reaches down to your heels. Big breathing in and out. Notice the expansion of your rib cage as you inhale. Exhale it all out. Soften. Let's come out to all fours. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Come through some cat-cow. Round it up and unravel it into extension. Drawing up. This is more of a stretch than an exercise this time. Just allow everything to unwind.
36 seconds exercising.
And one more time, cat and cow. We're come back to neutral spine, tuck your toes, find downward dog. Send your sit bones way up. Push the floor away with your hands. And let's pedal the heels. And then let's float the right leg up. Bring it up under you, not up, under you as we find our pigeon. Dragging that knee underneath you. Adjust as needed. You can stay up on your hands. You can come down on your forearms. Whichever works for your hip. You should be getting a huge stretch through your glute, through your rotators. Breathe into any tension that you feel. And let's do 2 more long breaths here. Big inhale. Exhale it all out, softening as you exhale. 1 more. Okay, coming back onto your hands. If you're not already there, tucking the back toes and coming back to our downward dog. Just hanging out there for a minute. Send your sit bones way up. And then float the left leg and drag it under you for pigeon on the left. Nice square hips. The back leg is square. And from here, instead of going back to downward dog, let's just unravel that leg coming down to your tummy. Reach around and grab your right ankle, finding your quad, squeezing the right shoulder blade back. Let your hip be really heavy on the front side. Heavy into the mat. And 1 more breath there. Gently release that. Go to the left. Reach around. Grab that ankle, toe, foot, whatever you got. And then allow the left hip to sink into the mat. Squeeze that shoulder back. One more big breath there. Releasing, coming up to seated, wide legs. To finish, we'll forward fold as wide as you feel comfortable with your legs. Turn your toes up and then walk your hands out. Leave your sit bones anchored on the floor. Breathe into your lower back, into the space in your pelvis. Soften with every exhale. One more big deep breath into your lower back. Fill it up with air. Exhale it all out. Connect with your belly button and drag your fingertips back towards you, nice and slow. Stay rounded in your spine until you feel your pelvis get vertical, your spine starts to stack. And then let's roll those shoulders. You guys are all finished for this morning. Thank you so much, you guys, for a great week. And I'll see you at the next one. Have a wonderful weekend. See ya.